الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: لا يستقيم إيمان العبد حتى يستقيم قلبه، ولا يستقيم قلبه حتى يستقيم لسانه. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, the iman of the believer will not be correct until his heart is correct, clear. And his heart will not be clear until his tongue is clear. So in this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ linked three issues together. He linked our iman with our heart and with what we say. And this is very actually stressed upon in the Islamic tradition. What we say and how we say what we say is considered a very important issue. The Prophet ﷺ in another hadith said, the person will say a word that he or she will not give attention to, and this word might send them to hellfire. And the person, the believer, might say a word which he or she will not pay attention to, and this word might lead them to paradise. So basically, the issue of what we say and how we say things is very important in Islam. There's one wise person in the old times used to say, speak so I will know you. Speak so I will know you. Why? Because when we speak, we express what is in our heart. When you see somebody for the first time, or you see him, and then the first thing you say to him, for example, why you are very healthy like this, or why you are very rich like this. This means that your heart, you envy him, you have hasad in your heart for him. This immediate. When you see a person and the first thing you tell him, why you are very doing a lot of effort like this and blah, 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 blah. This again, you have something in your heart against him. But when you see a person and you tell him, how are you, how do you feel, how's everything, can I help you? And if your friend is telling you that he has a blessing from Allah, and whatever blessing, for example, he had a promotion, or she had a rise in the salary or anything like this, he just want to share with his friends. When you say, may Allah bless you, may Allah make it proper for you, then your heart is clear. Your heart is clear. And there is a statement for the Prophet also sallallahu alayhi wasallam when a great companion, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So he asked him to be with him in paradise. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam told him, take care of your tongue. And then Sa'd asked the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, would it be an important issue what we say? And he said, it's Muaz. ثكلتك أمك يا معاذ وما يكب الناس على وجوههم إلا حصائد ألسنتهم. People will go to hellfire because what they say. People will go to hellfire because what they say. So we have to observe what we say. We have to observe and always look at what we say. And if we observe what we say, then we will clear our heart. Then we will clear. This is why the Prophet ﷺ, and it is a tradition of Islam, when you see something of other people that you like, you make dua for them. May Allah bless you. May Allah increase it. May Allah make it better. Something like this. If you see a nice kid for one of your friends or a nice house, MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah, may Allah bless you, may Allah make it a blessed house, may Allah make this kid is a blessed kid, something like this. This is what we are recommended to say. What we are recommended to say, because this will clear our heart. Will clear our heart from the feelings of hasad, grudges, and other things. So it starts from what you say, then it will go to your heart. Then it will go to your heart. So if what we are saying is good, then our heart will be corrected. Our heart will be corrected. And then if our heart is corrected, we don't have hasad in our heart, we don't have grudges, we don't have arrogance, then our iman will be proper. Also the other thing, whenever you talk to somebody, you start to talk about yourself. I have done this, I have done that, telling the story of your own achievement and whatever you have been doing and blah, 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 blah. This is, again, when you say this a lot, again, this will make the disease of the arrogance in the heart. You feel that you are better than the other people. You feel that you are better than the other people. So this is why we know that the companion of the Prophet ﷺ used to make a lot of achievements, great achievement, and none of them will speak of it. None of them will speak of it. We didn't hear Umar radiallahu anhu telling, for example, I have done this, I have done that. Never. We have never heard Abu Bakr as-Siddiq saying, I have done this, and no, never. Never. They do for the sake of Allah, that's it. Finish. People can witness, of course. People can witness, and people witness for them. So this is again also another thing that we have to observe. We have to observe in what we say. And the same thing also, the Prophet ﷺ, one day he visited a sick person. And when he entered the house, the mother of this sick person was around. And then he saw the sick person in the bed, so he made dua for him. He said, Abshir bil Jannah. May Allah, inshaAllah, bless you. He gave him a dua that he will recover. He will recover. So his mother thought that he is making dua for him to go to Jannah. So she said to her son, oh my son, the Prophet ﷺ make dua for you that you are going to Jannah. And then the Prophet ﷺ corrected the mother. He said, I prayed for his recovery. But Jannah, I don't know, maybe he said something that is nonsense, and Allah will hold him accountable for it. And from this hadith, the scholar said, even when we speak, if we say nonsense, we shouldn't say nonsense. We shouldn't say nonsense. And this is why the famous hadith that people are studying in schools, primary schools and other things, if you have something good to say, say. If you have nothing, keep silent. If you have something good to say, say. If you have nothing, just keep silent. No need just to talk. Just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. And Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha used to say about the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, if somebody will count his words, he can count the words. If somebody wants to count his words, they can count his words. Means he speaks very little. And even now in this 10 minutes, I spoke a lot actually. If you cannot count. And that's just 10 minutes. But the Prophet ﷺ, people can count his words. Can count his words. So if we actually want to have Iman Salim, proper Iman, we have to pay attention to our heart, and we have to pay attention to our tongue, our lisan. And if we observe our lisan, we don't say nonsense, we don't backbite people, we don't insult people, we don't say things which is not proper, that will express that we have a grudge, or we have arrogance, or we have hasad for the other people. If we try to keep this for the sake of Allah, Allah will help us to also correct our hearts. And if we correct our hearts, then Allah will help us to have a correct Iman. And if we have a correct Iman, we have the hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save us and all of us will go to the paradise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the right path and help us to observe what we say and what we feel, so we can have Iman Salim, proper Iman. Thank you very much for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.